Good morning, friends. It's Hayley here from the Gale Library in Newton, here today with your preschool story time. Hi, how is everyone today? I hope you're doing well. So before we get started, did you guys know that today is National Button Day? So if you guys have buttons on your coats or your sweaters or on any of your clothes or blankies, we can celebrate those buttons today. So don't forget, it is Tuesday and we have preschool stories today at 10. Don't forget to grab your craft kits, because in your craft kits today we are making button trees and button bookworms, and they look really, really fun. So grab a craft kit from outside the library today. All right, so let's figure out what day it is. Actually, I just told you the day. Let's see, there are 7 days to the week, right? There are 7 days, there are 7 days to the week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And we have our story time every Tuesday. The month. We are in the month of Thanksgiving. We left October behind. So what comes after October? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Did you get November? Good job, November. It was the 15th yesterday, 1 and 5. So after 15 comes, we could guess what comes after 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the 16th today, 1 and 6, 16th. It is still 2021, but not for long. We are still in what season? Winter, spring, summer, or fall. We're in the fall, good job. And the weather outside today, I look out the window and I just came in. It's a little bit cold, so I'm going to put cold, but I'm also going to put sunny because it's beautiful and bright, cold and sunny. And I'm super happy because it's Tuesday and I get to do preschool stories. Yay! So now we know what day it is. Let's start some stories about buttons. And I have this awesome book here called, funnily enough, The Button Book by Sally Nichols and Bethany Woolven. Let's have a look what this button book is. Or actually, I've never read it before. This is the first time I'm reading this button book. Here's a red button. I wonder what happens when you press it. Here's an orange button. What does the orange button do? Can you see what the red button did? Beep! Had a horn came up. What do you think this orange triangle button does? Let's see. It's a clapping button. Everybody clap. Clap, 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 clap. What happens when you press the, what color is this one? Blue button. Let's see. It's a singing button. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Does anybody know any other songs? We're going to sing some songs today. Shall we press the green button now? What should the green button do? Oh, it's a raspberry button. How rude. Can you make another noise, please? Excuse me. Say sorry at once. I'm warning you, this is your last chance. Well, if you're going to be like that, we're going to press the yellow button instead. It's a bouncing button. Everybody bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Help! Press the pink button or we'll be bouncing forever. Hurry! It's a hug button. Hug time. Hug time. That's the best button of all. You know what? I think we should stop here. I don't think you want to press the next button, do you? What do you think the next one is? You do want to press the next button. Are you sure? Are you really sure? Really, really, really sure? All right then, press the purple button. Oh, I'm a bit worried. It's a tickle button. Tickle, 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 tickle. Ha ha, hee hee. Please press the pink button again, quick. Hey, this is hug time. Ah, that's better. Hug time. Oh no, it's that rude green button again. Have you learned any manners yet? Ah, the blue button. What shall we sing this time? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Back to the red button again. Do you remember what noise that made? Beep. Look, it's a new button. What does a white button do? Oh, shh. It's a sleeping button. Good night, everyone. The end. That was a fun button book. I've never read that one before. I'll look forward to doing that at story time today. Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. I think most of us will have read this one. And we do like Pete the Cat. Pete the Cat is by James Dean. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with the 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. Should we count his buttons? 1, 2, 3, 4. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Whoop! Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1, 2, 3. 3? 4 minus 1 equals 3. 3? Groovy. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing this song. My 3 groovy buttons. My 3 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1, 2. 3 minus 1 equals 2. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My 2 groovy buttons. My 2 groovy buttons. I scream, pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1. Good job. 2 minus 1 equals 1. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He just kept on singing his song. My 1 groovy button. My 1 groovy button. Pop! Oh no! The last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? No buttons left. 0. 1 minus 1 equals none. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? His belly button! And he kept on singing his song. It's all good. My button still have my belly button. My button still have my belly button. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness, no. We keep on singing. Buttons come and buttons go. Yay! I like that one. Let's see, we have one about Corduroy. Now, Corduroy is a little bear, and Corduroy has 1 button on his corduroy pants. Corduroy is getting ready to celebrate. Where's the author of this one? John Freeman. Cordys Thanksgiving. That's good because Thanksgiving's coming next week. Corduroy's getting ready to celebrate Thanksgiving with his friends. There's a lot to do before everyone arrives. Welcome. Now the fun can begin. Can you see his 2 buttons? 1, 2. 2 buttons. Before dinner, there's time to watch the parade. Look at the giant balloon, Corduroy. Woohoo! Dinner's ready. Corduroy and his friends each say what they are thankful for. All the food was yummy. Now who wants to play? Pass the football, Corduroy. Before everyone leaves, there's time for dessert. Happy Thanksgiving, Corduroy. And his little buttons. All right, I have time for one more story. Actually, we can make up a song about buttons. I forgot my buttons. My buttons. You could do you remember that song we used to sing, 5 currant buns in the baker's shop? We could do that with 5 round buttons. We could go, 5 round buttons in the button shop, round and flat with holes in the top. Along came Miss Haley with a penny one day, bought a coloured button and took it right away. 4 coloured buttons in a button shop, round and flat with 2 holes in the top. Along came a little boy with a penny one day, bought a coloured button and took it right away. 3 little buttons in a button shop, round and flat with holes in the top. Along came a neighbour with a penny one day, bought a coloured button and took it right away. 2 coloured buttons in the button shop, round and flat with 2 holes in the top. Along came my mother with a penny one day, bought a coloured button and took it right away. 1 coloured button in the button shop, round and flat with 2 holes in the top. Along came my daddy with the penny one day, bought a coloured button and took it right away. We could do that song for a lot of things, right? One last story, and it is called The Silver Button. And I haven't read this one before either, The Silver Button. And it is written by Bob Graham. Jodie's brother Jonathan pushed slowly to his feet. He swayed, and he frowned, and he tilted forward. He took a first step. He took that step like he was going somewhere. At that moment, Jodie and Jonathan's mum began to play Merrily Kiss the Quaker's Wife on her penny whistle. Mum loved the picture of the wild hair on the calendar so much, she hadn't changed it in 3 years. Outside, a pigeon nested under the roof as Jonathan took his first step. A feather floated gently past the window like an autumn leaf. Next door, Alice mailed sticks and stones through the front gate, and an early morning jogger puffed on by. On the street, Joseph Pascano avoided the cracks on the sidewalk so the sharks wouldn't get him, and an ambulance shrieked past Jodie's house. On High Street, Bernard had his shoelaces tied for the second time that morning, and a man brought some fresh bread from the baker. 1 block away, a soldier said goodbye to his mum. And over in the park, the breeze blew a fine spray over the children sailing boats from the fountain. Under the oak, Sophie and her granddad made a house of leaves. Sophie sat in the living room while granddad swept the bedroom. On the edge of the path, a blackbird found a worm, and an old lady shuffled by, pushing everything she owned in her cart. High over the city, a flight of ducks headed south like an arrow, and in a Mercy hospital, a baby was born. Over on City Beach, Bella and Vashti popped seaweed, and on the shoreline, Paddy dried off while Jock scratched his back in the sand. Sunlight hit the windows of the city and the phones rang off thousands of offices and pockets. Far out over the bay, a tanker headed all the way to China. That's a long way. Then down came Jonathan on his little pink knees. "Mummy!" yelled Jodie. "Jonathan's just taken his first step." Jodie put the last silver button on her duck's boots. Sunlight from all over the city streamed through the window, and the kitchen clock struck 10. She was making a picture of a duck, and while her brother took her first steps, she put the last silver button on the boots. That was a nice story about the city, wasn't it? Well, you guys, that's all we have time for today, but don't forget Story time's at 10. You can come into the library and see us. We're open Mondays and Wednesdays from 12 until 6, Tuesdays and Saturdays from 9 until 1, and Fridays from 9 until 3. So come on over and say hi. And don't forget, on the December the 4th, Saturday, we're having a decoration day. So we'll be decorating the children's room for Christmas, and it will be awesome if you guys could come and help. We're going to have Christmas cookies to frost and crafts to make, and we're going to decorate the kids' room. So come on down and see me then too. Take care, you guys. I will see you next time for Preschool Storytime for Happy Thanksgiving next week. Have a good day. Bye.